Okay, I guess it's what you would call the establishing shot, but this is a look at my sharp practice troops. I would like to say that I painted all of these myself, but the vast majority of them, all of the infantry at least, were actually painted by Neil Keneally and reinforcements by post. So, in light of that, let's start on this side. This unit, as he says, as he backs out, is the Company B, 43rd Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry. There's 64 infantry figures. They also have an artillery section of 10-pounder Parrott rifles, although under the rules it doesn't really matter. Under the sharp practice rules, rifled or smoothbore, they work off the same range bands because the ranges are so small. I mean, this is a 4x6 table, and we have it was suggested anyway in sharp practice that at least you do something like 1 inch. I think it's like 12 inches equals 50 yards. So that makes this a 300 by 200 yard area. And since I was never really any damn good at geometry, I'm not even going to bother. Anyway, here you see there's the colonel of the regiment. Like I said, they were the 3rd New Jersey Volunteer Infantry, but they got upgraded, sort of, and are now the 43rd New Jersey Volunteer Infantry. Oh, that's right. They were the 3rd New Jersey Volunteer Militia. Well, now they're the 43rd New Jersey Volunteer Infantry. Bless their hearts. Oh, and this guy here is their commanding officer. That's Captain Ralph Spinoza. And there, by the way, is the colonel commanding the regiment. Cigar and all. Okay. Now we're going to move around the table. Have a look in here real quick. Projects box. These are the Zouaves. I have dubbed them the Hoboken Zouaves. I'm going to be using them as skirmishers. And again, these are painted by, and I hope I get this to focus. Seems like it is. And these are painted by Neil Keneally at Reinforcements by Post, or rather, some of the folks are referring. There's the cavalry. Not quite sure what I'm going to designate them. I think if I use this in the Western Theater, these will be the 10th Kansas Cavalry, known as Reinerson's Rednecks. For the Eastern Theater, I'm not sure yet. Now we're going to get to the Confederates, the 12th Florida. Oh, and by the way, simply for the sake of the sake, the 43rd New Jersey never existed. The New Jersey regiments were only numbered up to 40. This is the 12th Florida. And you can see here, I've got these in a line. Now these guys are in an open column. Up front, we have a drummer. The standard bearers for both of them that you see will actually serve as deployment point markers. Oh, and not only do we have a musician, we also have a preacher. Not the Reverend Jesse Custer, but close enough. And this is Colonel Lysander Dinwiddie. Colonel Dinwiddie is the general officer commanding the 12th Florida. Here you see some more of them. Now these guys are in what are called, this part of the company's in what's called an open column. Yeah, move the thumb of doom. With one of the NCOs, it might be Sergeant Joe Bob Briggs there. And of course the dots, dabs of paint on their bases are a way I can tell them. Each unit or company has eight-man groups. Now I used Terrible Sharp Sword to gen these up, and part of the rule said that for every 2 groups you get 1 leader. So I thought I went ahead, got a lieutenant, or rather a captain, a lieutenant, and 2 sergeants. You can actually have more or less, but I just went with this. And if you use the supply points, you can buy an additional officer, level 1. Now with me, I decided one of the best things to purchase, especially for my artillery, is going to be an officer, a leader figure separate for the artillery. This, by the way, is the Alachua Light Artillery, and this is Company G. They were raised around Gainesville, but this is the Alachua Light Artillery. The cannon on the bottom is a 12-pounder howitzer. On the top is a 6-pounder smoothbore. Okay, in a lot of games, the 10-pounder Parrott rifles over there, I don't think I've designated those guys yet. Anyway, they would be the, they would normally outrange. They kind of do in this game, but you have to fight the long ways on the board for it to really make any difference. What you're really looking at is dice of damage. Okay, and of course, our brave leader here, I don't know if you could see him or not. Yes, there he is with pistol in hand. And that is the ineffable Captain Bonaparte Roquemard. And by the way, his first lieutenant is Augustus Dinwiddie, lieutenant, which of course Colonel Dinwiddie happens to be his father. Okay, here again is the book. This is the latest iteration of Sharp Practice, Sharp Practice 2. It is a wonderful set of rules and I highly recommend it. Beautifully done, full color. So, I guess that's it for now. Yes, sir. Two Fat Lardies, Sharp Practice. And we're going to have lots of cool battles this summer. Yes, we are. Okay, everybody, have fun.